All right, so I am starting a new book with you. I'm going to be reading it also to the 8th graders just because I love it that much. It is science fiction. It takes place a lot on Earth, but also on Mars. And our main character is this cute little rover who likes to take selfies.
Can we call him Bob? A rover died on Mars a couple days ago.
Really? Yeah.
This is called A Rover Story by Jasmine Warga. And what I love about this book is that it reminds me of WALL-E, you know, that Disney movie.
Oh, I know that one.
Reminds me a lot of that just because it's a robot. But that's really the only reason. We get to hear about his time on Mars, and we get to hear about what's happening on Earth while he's at Mars, because the daughter of the scientist is writing letters to him, the rover. So it's just a really fun story. Not really. But we get to hear his thoughts because, you know, we're pretending that robots can think. So this says, a Mars rover determined to live up to his name. Resilience. Rez was built to explore Mars. He was not built to have human emotions, but as he learns new things from NASA scientists who assemble him, he begins to develop human-like feelings. Maybe there's a problem with his programming. Human emotions or not, launch day comes and Rez blasts off to Mars, accompanied by a friendly drone helicopter named Fly. But Rez quickly discovers that Mars is a dangerous place filled with dust storms and giant cliffs, and as he navigates Mars's difficult landscape, Rez is tested in ways that go beyond space exploration. As millions of people back on Earth follow his progress, will Rez have the determination, courage, and resilience to succeed and survive? I mean, his name is Resilience. So that's the hope.
What does that mean?
What does resilience mean?
Resilience, isn't that being like, that's
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Resilience is when you have a lot of things going against you, but you kind of push through anyway. Perseverance is kind of a synonym of resilience. So here we have part 1, preparing.
Synonym is opposite.
Antonym is opposite. Synonym is the same.
Oh, yeah.
The first day. I am not born in the way humans are, but there is a beginning. Beeping, bright lights, a white room filled with figures in white hazmat suits. So much information to process, but I can handle it. I awake to knowledge. My circuits fire. The room cheers, a loud sound, but it does not startle me. I am not built for startling. I have been built for observation. In the sea of unknown figures, I focus on a face. I do not know if I have a face. If I have one, my information suggests it does not like this one. This face has what humans call lips. The human lips curl upward. A smile. I cannot smile. This I know, but somehow I understand the significance of this expression. I am learning. My mission has begun. Learning. I am built to collect and process information. This is how I learn. Here is some of the information I have collected. I am what is referred to as a robot. Most of the other beings around me are called humans. All the humans I interact with wear hazmat suits. This is to prevent microbacteria and dust particles from entering my environment. It is very important for my mission that I am kept in a sterile and clean environment. For some reason that I do not quite understand yet, humans call the white hazmat suits they wear bunny suits. I do not know what a bunny is. I frequently wonder about the possibilities. Most of the humans in bunny suits are what humans term scientists. This, I have deduced, is a subset of humans. Perhaps I am a subset of robots, but I have not encountered enough robots to know for sure. I will wait to find out, but waiting can be hard. Dear Rover, my teacher, Mrs. Ennis, asked us to write a letter to you. She's really excited. She says you're going on an amazing mission where you're going to find out amazing things. Mrs. Ennis really likes the word amazing. Mrs. Ennis keeps looking at me while she talked about you. She even asked if I wanted to explain to the other kids what you are. And really, I didn't. Not at all. No offense, but I'm already sick and tired of hearing about you all the time. Then she said, come on, Sophia. And I didn't want to disappoint Mrs. Ennis, so I told everyone how you are a robot who was created to explore the planet of Mars so that we can understand its atmosphere and environment better. That's kind of a mouthful to say, you know. I also told them how you were engineered to be really smart and that you are learning new things every day. Like yesterday, Mom told me that your brain learned how to talk to your arm. My classmates had lots of questions, but I didn't know how to answer them. I bet Mom could, though. Anyway, Mrs. Ennis wants us to enter the contest to name you. I'm not sure I'm going to enter. No offense again, though if I did enter, I would submit something awesome like Spicy Sparkle Dragon Blast. I know enough to know that you can't talk like humans do, but if you could, I think you would tell me that you like that name. Okay, my hand is starting to hurt. I think I've written enough. And anyway, I don't even know if Rovers can read. Maybe I'll ask Mom tonight. Bye, Sophia. Let's infer who Sophia is.
So I know. Let me.
She is the scientist's daughter. She is in a class. Who teaches her?
Miss
The robot.
Mrs. Ennis. And Mrs. Ennis gave them the task to write a letter to the rover. So that's what she's doing.
And she doesn't like writing, and at the end of it,
She doesn't like writing.
and she said, "My hands is getting really tired." Well, if it was getting tired, then why'd you write that part?
And how does she feel about hearing about Rover?
She doesn't really care.
She doesn't really care. Why do you think she doesn't really
Because
care?
she hears about it every single time.
She's annoying.
She hears about Rover all the time. It's all her mom talks about. Is Rover.
Is it like a successful robot?
I mean, he's smarter than me, but
Well, it's just really exciting because NASA is developing this robot. And I'm saying that in a completely fictional sense. They're creating this robot, and it's a really exciting thing. And Mom's really working hard on it. And because Mom's working really hard on it, that's what's consuming her brain. Kind of like if you really love basketball and you go home and from practice, what are you going to talk about? Basketball practice. Right? If you really love football, you might just want to talk about football. So Sophia feels like Mom loves
the robot more than her.
the robot more than her. So just because your parents do something for a living doesn't necessarily mean that you do. Cameron, do you know everything about your dad's job? Not really. Andy, do you know everything about your mom's job?
Somewhat.
Some.
I know about the drama.
Wait, where's
Me too. My mom says there's a kid that